Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jeremy and Andrew Show. And now, here are your hosts, Jeremy and Andrew.
Welcome to another fun-filled, super special episode of the Jeremy and Andrew Show. I'm Jeremy. With me always is my compadre, Andrew.
How you doing?
What's
We
happening?
do have a good show. We have a lot going on, I think.
Yeah.
For first off, our last show, we mentioned how dry January was over.
Yeah.
That was not the case. So now dry January is actually over, and I've made myself a delicious old-fashioned here. And what you are about to witness is my first drink of alcohol in 2024. Cheers.
Okay, you sipped it. I thought you were going to, slam it.
Oh, no. Oh, it's so sweet. Oh, God, that's fucking good. Woo! That's so good. So I made it to the end of January, and a few of the things that helped me out was the podcast, because I said that I made it to the end, and this was like the middle of January.
Yeah.
that we shot that. So I was like, I got to kind of see this out. I was supposed to go see Nate Bargatze in Reading. That was the snowstorm. Didn't end up going. Kind of had it in my mind that night. If I went, I would maybe have a beer or something like that. So didn't do that, and made it all the way to the end. So what did you think? Did you think I was going to do it? Did you have faith in me? What were your thoughts of this whole thing?
I had faith in you, but I was just thinking, if I don't think I would have the integrity not to lie.
No, I that's the best thing about it is I didn't have to. I actually fucking did it.
Like if I had to go on a 30-day no soda break, I would lie my fucking ass off.
Well, that is the nice thing is it is over. It is a short-term thing that I put myself through, and in the end, I mean, it's so much sweeter, especially during the holidays. I mean, there's a stretch where it's like Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and there's a lot of drinking in those months. I'm doing a lot of drinking there. So it's nice to start off the new year. So stick around to the end of the episode. I may be chugging a beer out of our Freedom Funnel. And if it happens, it will be a Yingling. Straight from Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Ugh, I was just
America's beer.
I was just there yesterday. Oh my God, what a fuck. The only thing going on in that place is...
It's farms and factories, isn't it, pretty much?
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I was at Schuylkill County Prison picking up a fine, upstanding citizen, taking them to rehab.
Ah.
And Schuylkill County Prison, it kind of looks like Shawshank.
So it's nice.
It kind of looks like a castle.
Oh yeah, like the big walls and everything.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, most of them kind of look that way.
That is what it really does.
Yeah. Well, Eastern State always had that kind of look to it too.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a little bit smaller. Was this the one that ran on you?
No.
Oh, okay. You had a couple of runners recently, right?
All right. Those two, I pick them up same time from George W. Hill Prison, a.k.a. Delaware County Penitentiary. First stop sign, they are out.
The first one?
Yes.
They didn't even wait for you to get them kind of far away?
No.
That was dumb.
Well, they're trying to get back to the hood, and we're going the 100%. I mean 180-degree opposite of the hood. Mm-hmm. We're going to H. Bizzle.
Yeah. Harrisburg?
Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely, that's out there.
I mean, they obviously
There was a lot of shootings there at one point.
Yeah.
During a war.
Civil?
Yeah. There Oh wait, I'm thinking Gettysburg. I'm an idiot. Anyway, moving
You
right
might
along.
want to slow down with that old fashioned, homie.
Close enough.
They obviously planned this out beforehand. It like a dude and a chick. One thing they didn't plan was the weather. I mean, it was a little bit more mild yesterday or day before,
Oh, it's kind of cold.
but it was like a 30-mile-per-hour wind,
Oh yeah.
and you're walking, along the side of the road, trying to get to Philly. Good luck.
Yeah. So did you ever find out what happened to him, or
No.
Just gone? Yeah. Jeremy's really good at his job. Just because those people vanish doesn't mean that he's not.
They just weren't ready for
Change.
change.
They were Obama voters, but they weren't Obama voters. They weren't ready for change.
They just weren't ready for the help that they needed.
Understood. Also, I do need to give a shout out to my beautiful wife. It is her birthday today. Happy birthday, Sabrina. Thank you for everything you do for me and the kids. You're the best. We love you. Yeah. Valentine's Day's coming up on the note of love.
Ah.
Are you do you have a Valentine?
No, I do not.
No. That bitch ghosted you, right?
Yeah.
I think you need to fucking ghost her.
Like I wasn't even mad when she ghosted me. What she wanted. I didn't want to do. Like our.
She wanted to peg you.
No, that was Queen Honey, and I've not seen Honey in a while.
Yeah, where's she been at?
Like she's doing like murder mystery type of deal.
Oh yeah, wasn't she doing that? That's cool.
Yeah.
I gotta check that out. Figure out where she's at doing that.
And I'm assuming that she's the one always being taken out in handcuffs.
I bet she's got a good scream. Like after the murder happens.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably got a good scream. But yeah, nowadays she probably wouldn't be in the handcuffs. But yeah, I mean, I'm generally speaking.
I mean, it's 2024. It's not like 1983 Clue.
Let's get into a topic that you know a lot more about than I do. Let's get into this Vince McMahon thing that happened.
Oh,
a lot of news came out about Vince McMahon. Fill our audience in a little bit about your history with wrestling and your experience with, and now what's actually come out about McMahon.
So I guess like in high school when I should have been studying. I was learning
You should have been doing drugs.
Should have been doing drugs.
And
drinking. And trying to get pussy.
Yeah.
I was watching wrestling. I was learning everything I could about wrestling. I smartened all my friends up in 1997.
You come to school, you're just like bashing people with chairs.
Yeah. That Vince deal, like it's not surprising, but it's shocking. Mm-hmm. The level of depravity.
I'm confused. I didn't see exactly what happened. Like what was the whole story?
Well, this woman Janelle Grant is suing Vince to get rid of the NDA she signed.
Okay.
Because she's saying that Vince violated the NDA by not paying her the full amounts. Like Vince, gave her $1 million when it was the agreed upon amount was $3 million.
Mm-hmm.
Just all the shit coming out. It's like, oh my God,
that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Now NDAs are usually only good for so long, though. I would imagine.
Good for so long, and
but it's the money thing, I guess, is the more.
And it's you can't have somebody sign an NDA to cover up a crime.
That makes sense. They should get married. That way she can't testify against them.
She's going to get paid a lot more than $3 million.
Yeah, it's interesting because you think that would have just gotten settled out of the courtroom rather fast. You know, if it's a money thing and she's just trying to get a money grab. I mean,
I don't think it's a money thing. You know, the way, like the I want to, what magazine or newspaper that published some of the stuff that is like quite literally the tip of the iceberg.
what was going on with? Are there sexual allegations, sexual harassment, or abuse
No,
allegations?
it's like trafficking.
This see all this stuff with the trafficking and Andrew Tate, like it comes back. I don't know how much I can believe a lot of this stuff, especially after this, E. Jean Carroll bitch comes out, and like they're just all coming out of the woodwork. And this happened before. I mean, this always happens with celebrities or people that have money. These bitches just come out of nowhere, and some of it might be justified. But when you talk about human trafficking, and then we have a fucking wide open border, I mean, what are we talking about here?
Have you read any of the texts?
No.
Oh, I pulled it up.
Jeremy's prepared. I like when Jeremy does his homework. It's nice.
All right. Let me do it in the Vince voice. I just passed my phone around to a bunch of guys on the tech crew, and they were like screaming, "Oh my God, she's fucking beautiful. Look at that ass. I'd like to get that." I paused to count how many guys. There were 12. I then said, "Okay, there's 12 of you, and she would like to fuck each and every one of you at one time."
If he was part of it, that would make a baker's dozen.
Yeah. All right.
So these were texts that were actually sent to this woman.
Yes.
Okay, so there's enough there then.
The
where there's
lawsuit
text.
is 73 pages.
Okay.
Let me see what else.
Oh my God, this is so good.
You need your panties ripped off and 3 big black dicks in all 3 holes at the same time. Way up your pussy and way up your ass, as far as they will go, but even farther. And the thickest cock goes down your throat, so it makes you gag and convulse as those big black cocks pounds away. It feels like from the start you're being assaulted, but it's just me to come non-stop.
Is that my diary?
Certainly not my diary. This is a fucking...
That's fucking messed up stuff, dude.
This is a fucking billionaire.
Yeah. I can't believe you would have put that in text. That seems absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
For somebody with that much money in that sort of position of power and in the public eye, that just seems crazy. So the NDA is that's covering not disclosing this sort of information?
Yeah.
That doesn't. I've never seen an NDA that says, "Hey, if I send you, sexual harassment texts, you can't talk about it." That doesn't. That's usually not in the NDA. That doesn't get covered legally, I would think.
No. Like anything illegal, you can't tell somebody to shut up.
So that's what you're saying. He doesn't have a leg to stand on.
Yeah.
She has a leg up in this.
I'm sure when she went to her lawyer and started talking about,
Goldberg, salt cha-chings.
Oh yeah. you have texts. Oh my God. I'm so hard. We're all about to get paid.
Yeah. All right.
So there's one of the texts. No, it's not that. I want to say like USA Today. I could be completely wrong on the publication.
Mm-hmm.
It is alleged that Vince wanted this lady to send a former UFC champion like nudes and
Doesn't seem that bad.
and piss videos.
Okay.
And part of this former UFC champion re-signing was that he got to fuck her.
Interesting. So did he fuck her?
I think what happened was his
He
plane.
lost the match.
His plane got delayed in a snowstorm, and their schedules never jived up. But
Interesting.
I think the piss videos did it. He re-signed.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's another one where
Wow, yeah, there's a lot to unpack here.
Vince and another individual. I guess at some point I should put allegedly through this whole thing.
Well, I mean,
allegedly.
If you're saying she's suing for this, but yeah, this is all alleged, people. Come on, I mean, fuck you, YouTube.
Vince and this other guy named a former wrestler named Johnny Ace. They're having a threesome with this girl, and Vince allegedly poops on her head.
Sure. We've all been there. You know what I mean?
That's right. You're gonna take this shit.
We call that a nightcap.
Yeah. Don't get up. You're gonna get fucked with shit in your hair, and I'm gonna take a shower.
Golden shower, allegedly. Yeah, so he's really into bodily fluids.
Vince was said to have
dick penetrating
a very juvenile, craptastic sense of humor. He loved shit jokes. But you just
my kids love shit jokes. Yeah, they love them. I mean,
but you just never thought that would make the jump into sex.
Yeah.
And it just makes
it's wild to me.
It just makes me think that all the wild rumors that I've heard over the years, anything is possible now. Like the most wild rumors you've heard about the work environment of in the WWF, WWE. It's plausible.
Yeah, there's pretty much anything you think of is everything's a fucking a ruse. But behind the scenes, we have no idea what's going on with a lot of the shit behind the scenes, and a lot of it is very disturbing and fucked up.
Yeah, there was the rumor going around for years and years that Vince's daughter had sex with the Macho Man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when she was 14.
Oh, yeah. Love that 14. Ooh, that's the Crystalia special. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to elbow drop your cervix.
Dan Soder has an amazing... He does a lot of the wrestling impressions. He's fucking really good at them.
His Macho Man impression could be better than the actual Macho Man.
His really, really good. He has a really good Bane impression, but I think everybody does at this point. That just seems like everybody's like, I was born in the dark. It just seems like it's so easy to
supposedly Dan Soder has some obscure wrestlers like Road Warrior Hawk.
Oh, yeah. I think I've seen him on some podcasts doing some crazy stuff like that. Yeah, if you don't know the reference, but the people that do are usually cracking up around him. So, yeah, his stuff's awesome. Anything else about the Vince McMahon before we move on?
I think we covered it all.
I think we covered it all and shit. Something that's happened recently, speaking of comedy and comics, Shane Gillis. We talk about him all the time. He just got sponsored by Bud Light.
Yes.
This motherfucker. Congratulations, Shane. Fuck you, Bud Light still. That's fucking awesome for him, though. What?
It is awesome.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. That's a great move by Bud Light, too, honestly.
Like the UFC, that didn't necessarily work.
Yeah, it didn't really pan out. Well, I think Dana was just kind of taking their money. He didn't really give a fuck.
But Shane Gillis is legitimately a bit of an alcoholic.
Yeah, he can pound them. I don't know how he can drink that much, especially beer-wise. That's because
He's an animal on stage when it comes to beer.
Well, dude, and a couple times he's like on Rogan. They do the Protect Our Parks podcast.
Mm-hmm.
He's drinking like 20 beers on there, and then he goes and does Kill Tony, and he's drinking all night at Kill Tony. It's like I don't understand.
And he's fine.
Nah, I wouldn't say that, but yeah, I mean the way he puts them away is unbelievable.
That is absolutely on brand.
Yeah, no, it is good. It's good for Shane. It makes sense for Bud Light. I'm still, I don't know. I want to forgive Bud Light because honestly, for a light beer, it is my favorite light beer. For a light beer, I think it's the best. And it's an American brand, you know? Like
You sure about that?
Well, Anheuser-Busch is not totally American owned, but it's, you know, it's built in the roots of America. The problem is they're now a woke corporation.
Yeah.
That's the problem, is that they've become a woke corporation. And just because you pay an anti-woke comedian that, you know, drinks a lot of Bud Light a bunch of money doesn't mean that you're going to get the forgiveness of a bunch of people that know that you've gone completely woke.
That's going to help their brand a little bit, but there's some people who just will never come back.
I think it might be dead permanently. I really do think it might be dead. But
like I'm done with Bud Light.
I know you are. You've had your days.
Forever.
We're kind of moving fast with what we're throwing at you guys, but we covered, you know, Vince McMahon shitting and pissing on people for a while. So
we're gonna take that Bud Light money.
We're gonna run through some of the last little stories that we have here, and you know, we'll talk about whatever else just comes up.
If I'm gonna be doing Vince, I'm gonna need more water.
Yeah, it is rough on the throat.
Yeah. Do you think
know,
we
when
can throw in like
got
no?
black dick in the throat. That's rough.
Think we can throw in like No Chance in Hell randomly, or is that a copyright strike?
I think if you throw in like a very minute portion of it, it's like
Yeah.
10 seconds or something like that.
Just the hook.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Stanley Cup. The Stanley Cups. I mean, I know everybody's probably tired of hearing about Stanley Cups. I bought my wife one for Christmas. I didn't even know that they were a thing. Like, no, I just got it because I usually get her something like that, and she needed a new one, and it was a nice one. It was on Amazon. I was like, all right, yeah, let's get that. Turns out it's a huge thing. They went from Stanley made $75 million. They went from making $75 million a year to making $750 million a year due to this campaign, the Stanley Cup, the influencers. But now it's coming out like there's lead in them.
Of course, there's lead in them.
Have you seen this?
No, I've not seen that, but I did see like a bitch being arrested with like 80 Stanley Cups in her car.
Yeah. I did
that
recently.
She stole.
I recently saw a story that a bunch of Target employees were laid off because, or even fired, because they have a 15-minute rule when they put out new merchandise. They're not supposed to purchase the merchandise. They're supposed to give, you know, the patrons coming to the store kind of first chance at it. And they fired a bunch of people for, I guess, like getting these Stanley Cups and buying them before they were put on the shelves. I think they're going to get sued. I think Target's going to get fucked with that one because apparently, like, there's versions of the handbook that don't have it in there. A lot of times it's just verbally told to people. A lot of people weren't verbally told it. So, yeah, I think they're going to get screwed over with that one.
Janelle, I got you a present. A Stanley Cup. Fill that up with liquid and get the shit out of your hair.
Wait till we hear in a few years like the stories of women that went mad and beat their husbands over the head with their Stanley Cup, just fucking bash their brains in. I might be one of them. We'll see.
I think it just hammers home the point that that women are impressionable and stupid.
That's a good point. It's a very good point. which is good for us.
Yeah. Oh, my favorite YouTuber drinks a Stanley Cup. Now I have to get one. Get back in the kitchen.
Flowers and dinner go a long way. But yeah, apparently like the Yetis and I think it's Hydro Flask, like they have different tumblers, and the inside of them are made with like glass or something. Like, but then if they fall, that breaks and then it fucks up the insulation. Again, I know way too much about this shit. Like, is this? Yeah.
Hashtag married life.
Hashtag. Oh, this felt heavier for some reason just now. I think it's the one cocktail I had. Very weird. But yeah, I don't know. They're made in China. Ethnically made in China is what they say on the bottom of them. Which is anything ethnically made in China? Ethically made in China.
No.
Yeah, no fucking way. So
Yeah,
again, they're just lying their asses off, allegedly.
It's probably child labor, and those kids are making like 2 ching chongs an hour.
Yeah.
Ching chong.
Yeah.
That's right. You're going to make a Stanley Cup, and I'm going to pay you $2 an hour.
I'm going to give you this nickel, and you're going to shove it up your ass.
Oh, jeez.
Take that, Ching Ho. Anyway.
I'm going to have bronchitis tomorrow.
It is rough. It's rough on the throat. Oh, yeah. We are going to get into some dark stuff now.
Okay.
This happened, like, very recently in Pennsylvania. This guy, he put on YouTube, the video was up for 6 hours. They took it down. He talked about how he went on like rambling about the FBI, the government, this, that, and the other. Hey, and if you're a righty, violence is not the answer. Stay away from this shit. Don't get roped into fucking, their agenda they're violent. Let them be violent. Let Antifa and BLM and all these retards be fucking violent. We're not violent, okay? We're patriots, motherfuckers. And but yeah, apparently he cut his dad's head off, and this is right here in Pennsylvania. This is like right in our local area here.
I saw the headline. I never clicked on the story.
Yeah. And he like had his dad's head and shit. Apparently, it's like yeah. But when he's on the YouTube video, there's no blood or anything. He looks like, kind of reminds me of that guy that killed the people in Idaho, also from Pennsylvania. We're really fucking ranking up the murderers here. I don't understand. Like
Yeah, like for years it was just a little bit of gang violence.
Now, gang violence.
Now we're catching up with Washington State.
Cam Patterson, gang violence. Yeah, no, it's weird that people are really fucking snapping these days. So that happened, and then the other crazy thing that happened is a woman in California took apparently 2 hits from a bong and stabbed her boyfriend 108 times. He's alive. No, I'm just kidding. He's fucking dead. Anyway, she was released. She basically is getting probation and community service, no jail time. Again, this is California, so the DAs and the judges over there, questionable. And
thank you, Soros. You cunt.
I wasn't gonna say it because I don't know if they like us saying his name. You fucking ball bag, eye sack, piece of shit. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty much what happened. But yeah, it's like a person can't be around people.
No.
I mean, what are we doing here?
Cannot.
People smoke weed all the fucking time and don't kill people, especially stab them 108 times. What the fuck is going on, especially in California?
I mean, did she her high wear off, and that's why she didn't go for 110?
Something like that, I guess.
She should be.
She probably just got tired at that point.
She should be on death fucking row.
Yeah, and again, to be like, oh, I was high. Like, what are you talking about? Like, even if you were high on PCP and you killed somebody, you were fucking high on PCP. You made the choice to do that.
You
and
made
you murdered
the decision.
Somebody, so, what are we talking about? I don't understand. If you're in California still and you have any sense, get the fuck out. Like, what are you doing?
You obviously have you have a lot of money or no money living in California.
Mm-hmm.
So
very true.
Put your
they're taxing the shit out of you. That's for sure. We know that.
Put your money together and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, it's a bad place to be. It's pretty scary. So I mean, I love how we really ended that on a really light and fluffy note.
Oh,
But what? Go ahead.
she should be on death row right now.
Absolutely. I don't understand it. Which again, it's like, has she never gotten high ever in her life before? And if she did, then, you know, right there, you got a case against her. And if she's never been high, then...
You're
again,
dripping.
Well, that's what she said. And if she's never been high before, then she's just a liability. Because what are you going to do? What if she accidentally eats an edible? What if she's around somebody else that's smoking weed and she gets a secondhand high? If anything, she should just not be around knives ever again, for one.
I hope the dude's parents comes after her.
Yeah, something's got to give. It's that's absolutely insane. I don't think that can stand.
No.
She needs to be at least in a mental fucking institution or something. I mean,
It's those Black Lives Matter douchebag advocates. Like, we need to reinvent justice.
well, no, it's not even. It's just defunding the police. They want to defund the police. Then you got
That too.
this bitch that's paying for her personal security out of fucking funds from the American people, and she's paying her own fucking boyfriend to be her security, but she wants to defund the police. How does that work? Well,
That was working well for a while till ethics probes.
yeah, exactly. Well, we're gonna end it here, people. We love you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around till the end. I'm gonna go ahead and chug this. Let's see how we do. I haven't chugged a beer in a long time, and the last time I did try it did not go well. So let's see what happens here. Yingling, we love you. Bud Light, fuck you. Shane Gillis, what are you doing?
Chug, 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 chug. I kind of want to punch you in the gut right now.
America! Fuck yeah!
We love you guys. As always, I'm Andrew G.
I'm Jeremy H.
We will see you Monday next week. Goodbye.
Hey, thanks for watching The Jeremy and Andrew Show. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. New show every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern.